All right, here we are back again. 1945 S roll. The actual roll. Let's see, how can I show you? Oh, I guess I just did. Figure out here. Hang on just a second. Let me get everything all squirreled around so I can see it. There we go. This one has tape around it. That tape is not broken. That is sealed tape. It has older tape, which is brown, yellow, crusty, and then this tape. There is no way to get through this tape without tearing it up. The roll itself, nice looking roll. So we're going to dive in and see what we can see. I'm going to have to cut the tape with a knife, but at least you know I'm doing it here. I'm doing it live, and there is no way anyone has been inside this roll in quite a long time. There we go. I am now through the tape, and it opens quite easily at this point. We could possibly be a coin short. It looks like we're coin short. So once again, we'll probably have a credit to whomever goes into the end of the roll if we don't have a complete roll. But 1945S, I am hoping to see some pretties. 45S, known for double die obverse, double die reverse, and RPM. So we're going to have to check every part of every coin. We're going to start that off with coin number 1 for Yo Man. And Yo Man, what does Yo Man get? Well, first of all, this isn't a 45S. It's a 45D, which is something I couldn't have known. It doesn't change anything. 45D and S have about the same value. But I did not realize this was a 45D, of course. 45D still has roughly the same things that a 45S could have as far as valuable coins are concerned. There is a struck through. Interesting little struck through on coin number 1 there, and that's for Yo Man. Let's see what we get for coin number 2 and see if maybe it migrates off to see the cap says 45S. And that's a very, very old label. So I paid way more than that for this roll. However, just so you could see that I bought it as a 45S. I took it as a 45S, and the second coin is a 45S. What do you know? Well, now we're off in the right direction. I'll get that as a credit, probably to Yo Man, for not getting the proper issue in the roll. Nothing going on the obverse on this one. Let's check the reverse real quick. I'll be checking both sides of the coins in this roll for that reason. 45S is known for all of the above. Alright, that's coin number 2. Now coin number 3. One of Mr. Chambers. And it's another D-mint. Okay. So we have a mixed 1945 roll that was wrapped or placed in this tube and wrapped with tape many, many years ago. Chances of finding double dies and RPMs are all the same. And who knows what we're going to actually end up with in here. Here's one for Deanne. This looks like another 45S. And it is. This one's got beautiful color. Really nice toning on this one. A little bit of a woody with toning. Real pretty colors. Let's back out some. Take a look at this. There we go. It's got nice color. That's a 45 San Franny. And here is the reverse. Oh man, look at that color. Peachy. Well, isn't that a peach? Nice one. Hey, look at that stripe across the bottom. Isn't that interesting? Really interesting how these colors manifest themselves on coins. That one's for Deanne. Really nice looking 45S there. Let's take a look at coin number 5 from Mr. Boudreau. And another 45S. This one's got the Woody running straight up and down. Ooh, this one is probably a tapered planchet. Let's take a look at the other side before we make any rash determinations. Check this for an RPM real quick. Flip it over and look at the other side and see what we have in that area. A little bit of weakness. We'll have to check it more closely by weighing it to see if it's a weak strike or if it's a tapered planchet. Sorry about that rub up against the mic there. I'm not going to be able to show you what I get the weight at, but I am weighing this right now. And it weighs at 3.13 grams, so it is not underweight. So at 3.13 grams, it is a normal 1945S Lincoln cent, but it's a pretty one. Here's number 6 for Eric. Looks like we might be back into D-mint. We are. But I saw something that looked like it could be an RPM on this one. Now that I look at it, I think it's more just a hit on the coin. Thought I was seeing possible hook to the south there, but it's not. Big cracked skull on this 1945D. Man, sometimes buying taped rolls is just not the way to go. You never know what some kook could have put in this 50 years ago. But there's Stephen. Stephen with a 45D. Should call this the 1945 mystery roll. Very orangish coin. That this one really got its flavor from the processed brass casings from the war. Had a lot of sulfur in them, and when they were mixed with copper and turned back into French bronze style planchets from the casings they brought back from the war, there was a lot of saltpeter and gunpowder, sulfur, and other impurities in the metal, which turned into really nice colors for the most part. Oh, here's a 45S. This one appears could be an RPM. Could be. Yeah, kind of hard saying. But it is a double die obverse. This one is a double die. A little bit of, yeah, a little bit extra thickness going on there. Very nice extra thickness, actually. Let's check Liberty. Yeah, I believe this is a double die obverse. extra thickness there. Let's check the reverse and see what happened on that side. Looks like just a little bit of toning, and that's about it. Nice little bit of toning on that. That's for Angie. So Angie gets a double die obverse. Here's one for Chuck Patillo. Chucky P. Let's see what Chucky gets. It's a little bit of spots, and it's a 45D. Well, this flip-flops back and forth between D-Mint and S-Mint. Not exactly what I was thinking about for D over S, or S over D. No, I was actually kind of hoping this one would be a little more original, but it isn't. That one's not the prettiest coin either. Here's coin number 10. Yeah, man. And that's another 45D. Now we're going to have to take side bets on how many 45Ds versus how many 45Ss in this roll. No. That's not going to happen because I'm not going to count them. If somebody else wants to, they're welcome to. But I'm not going to go through trying to keep count of Ds and S's. Here's number 11 now. Number 11, Taco John. And that's an S-Mint. Not a double die. This one has the ball serif style mint mark. A side better's coming on. This one's a little bit of a woody too. It's got nice toning. I kind of like that color. Look at the reverse. Nice bit of color going on here. And now one for Taco John. Let's take a look at coin number 12 now for Parviz. I think this was an S-Mint as well. Oh my. Let's back this out some. Let's get a better look at the coin. Would you look at that? Parviz, you might have a buyer in Coin Dragon if he's so inclined to contact you about this one. This is a very nice one. Very nice woody with a little bit of impurity in the planchet. Very nice. So like I said, folks, these coins are coming as much of a surprise to me as they are to you. This is coin number 12 in the roll. Moving on now to coin number 13. Goes to Chucky Patillo. Another nice 1945S. Nice earlier die state coin. Another bit of a woody. You sure your 45 PDS isn't certified and you just have them stored somewhere else, or you just haven't included them in the book yet? Not saying they're common or anything, but knowing you and knowing what you already have, 45 should be something you've got in the book. Back to D. Back to D. Back to reality. Yeah, nothing going on there. You mad picky. Number 15. Crispy. Ooh, there's a pretty one for Cripsy. That could be a doubled eyelid. That looks like it might very well be a doubled eyelid. Let's get into it. Yep. Doubled eyelid, as it appears. Far eyelid. You talking about this down here? Wrong direction. Unless you're talking about this up here. This is a northeast doubled eyelid, as it appears. Very nice. And it's on a woody, which just makes it nicer. Love it. I like it. I love it. It's very nice coin for a woody. So we have a doubled eyelid there. Let's take a look at the reverse. See what we have on the reverse. We either have a weakly struck coin or we have a tapered planchet. I didn't notice it necessarily being any lighter than it should have been. However, I am going to weigh this one. I do have the scale out, so I might as well give it a shot and see. Nope. 3.07 within tolerance, but we do have a doubled eyelid at 3.07 grams. Now up to number 16. Number 16 for Jeff Dunn. Looks like another S. I can't read these, but I can see the color, or see what I think the color looks like. Got a little scrape running across it there. Another nice S mint mark coin, bit of a woody. That's for Jeff. Now number 17, Mr. Fletcher. Big Jim. Here we go. Well, it's a D-mint. Not an RPM. Doesn't appear to be a double die. Yeah. Even with the mixed mints, this roll looks better than the last one. Yes. It is. Here's number 18, Mr. Boudreau. And Mr. Boudreau picks up an S-mint. Pretty one, looks like. Not a doubled eyelid. Very nice condition. Little tiny rim cud up above the In God up there. It's a little rim cud. Very nice looking coin all the way around. A cudlet, that's right. All right, now number 19 goes to Deanne. Back to D. Dement there. Now number 20. Mr. Wise. Be wise. Here we go. Well, back to another S-mint. Another one of the double die lids. How about that? Got a double die lid, double die here. On a Woody 1945 S. Oh, planchet issue here. That is not damage on the coin. That is actually part of the planchet. So delamination, small one, right along the rim on the lower reverse. And as one would have it, that is a double die. Here's one from Marshall. This one looks like another S-mint. Faux show. Machine doubling on this one. Definitely machine doubling. Now this, for the beginners, this is called machine doubling. One of the main ways that you can tell machine doubling from a true double die is that machine doubling actually subtracts from the overall width of the letters. So if you look, it looks like this has been chewed out of the side of the letters. It doesn't look like it's actually added to the side of the letters. Now in true hub doubling, your doubling would be added to the letter, not chewed out from the letter. So you see how from over here all the way around to here, that looks like the normal thickness of the R. And so to get the doubling, you had to chew away from the normal thickness of the R and make it a lot thinner. Another thing that really brings us to the knowledge that we don't have a double die here is how sharp the doubling is. See, it looks like a step. Step up, step up. Here's another step up, step up. Well, that is generally never going to be a double die. Another thing is that the corners, the doubling all tends to end before you get to the corner. See right here, you have your corner, no doubling right on the corner. The doubling starts up here. Right up here on the corner, no doubling on the corner. The doubling starts right here. Same thing here. No doubling on the corner. You get up here, and you got your doubling that ends right here, once again, not part of the corner. So, and here the doubling wraps around. It doesn't actually involve the corner, because if you involve the corner on doubling, you're going to see a notch right there where the corner and the corner come together. This is all one corner, which is why it doesn't have that notch. You see that also on the Y. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to show up anywhere else on the coin. That's another characteristic of machine doubling, is that it will often show up in very isolated areas, whereas a double die is more going to show throughout the design. Yeah, there it is on the date. Just a little bit on the date on the inside of the 1 and the 9. Little bit on the top of the 4 there. But that's definitely machine doubling. This is not a double die. Let me draw my lighting back down so as we can see what we are doing. So there you go, machine doubling on a 1945 S. Lincoln cent. This one goes to Marshall. Let's keep taking a look around and see what we can see. Okay, nothing of importance there. Move on to coin number 22 now. Coin number 22 goes to Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder is going to get an S mint. Nope, maybe it is a D mint. That is a D. How about that D? Well, got nothing special going on here. A little bit of late die state. You can see the wear, the die wear in the fields. Oops, got an active spot on the reverse there, and another one. 2 active spots on the reverse. And nothing of great interest, unfortunately. Here's coin number 23 now. 23 goes to Carl. Carl will also appear to be getting a D mint. Yeah. This one could be a doubled I, but man, is that soft. Yeah, I'm just not going to call it. Just not enough there, really. This one has an impurity streak running across it. Not really enough to call it a woody, but it is kind of interesting. Very late die state coin. On the obverse, let's see the reverse. Also late die state. And no doubling. That's number 23. Now coin number 24. Taco John. Another D mint. Nothing on the obverse. Got nothing there either. Ooh, this one's got a spot on the lower reverse. Yeah. Number 25, Mr. Boudreaux. Another D mint. All right, nothing there. Let's take a look at the reverse. Nope. Nothing there either. Looks like the D-mint coins in this roll are just not producing. We still have plenty of S-mint coins in here. We've got some real nice toners in here. I haven't really looked through this roll at all. But now I just kind of rifle through it real quick, seeing what I see. Got some really nice ones in there. This one could possibly be a minor RPM. Yeah, I'm seeing what looks like a minor RPM there. Right in the middle of the S. Yeah, right there. That appears to be an RPM to me. Nice little 45S. Get the focus back on, Chuck. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Nice looking woody here too. Kind of an exceptional looking coin for an exceptional and different reveal. Could turn out to be the infamous 45D invasion. But Crispy gets himself an RPM there. Let's take a look at coin number 27. Coin number 27 goes to Eric, and it appears that it's going to be an S-Mint. Yeah. It's another one of the S-Mint coins. Not seeing anything of special note here. To Sonic for Eats. You know, the things I used to love, and now my parosmia keeps me from enjoying certain things. Because of COVID, I smell things and taste things differently than I used to. And one of my favorite things growing up was the grape slush at Sonic. I can't stand them now. Can't stand them. They have a horrible flavor now. I guess that helps my diabetes, but it sure doesn't help my enjoyment of life when all the things I used to really like, I really don't now. But I'll see you later, Mr. Coin Dragon. What do we have here? Okay, a little bit of damage on the reverse. There, Paul. All right, here's one for Yo Man. Another S-Mint in our infiltrated roll. Doubled eyelid. Another one of our doubled eyelids right there. Ooh, this one is very weak on the left side. On the obverse, let's check the reverse and see how weak it looks. It looks pretty weak on the reverse, too, in the same area. All right, on the scale this one goes, we're going to find us an underweight coin. We're going to find an underweight coin. May not be today, but we're going to find one. All right, on the scale it goes. And the scale is at 3.00 grams. And at 3.00 grams, it is a normal coin, but it's a doubled eyelid. So, stick it on the pile of doubled eyelids and move on. Number 30 now for Carl. This one appears it's going to be a D-Mint. And it is. It's one of the D-Mint coins. Spotty. Yeah. So I think I'm going to go through and just issue a credit to everyone who gets a D-Mint in this roll. Because the D-Mint coins are not clean, and they're not supposed to be in here anyway. Here's another D-Mint, this one for Marshall. No varieties in them. They're kind of blah looking coins. There's not a lot of pretty in this. They are red, they are uncirculated, they are pretty nice and shiny, but they're also, for the most part, spotty. This one's horrible. So that's my decision, and I'm going to stick to it. Everybody with a D-Mint will get a note through email that you may reply to. I will be asking if you want a credit on all the D-Mint coins you received in the roll. I'll have to go back through. This one's an S-Mint for sure. This is a pretty one. I'll have to go back through and get a population and get your email addresses together and send you a note. Let you know you've received a D-Mint coin in an S-Mint roll. It was not a pretty D-Mint coin, and so I will be offering a credit in refund to be used at any future event on your 45D supposedly S that turned out to be ick. The S Mint coins are all coming out pretty nice. Nicely. Most of them. Gosh, another extremely weak looking coin, but these are all of normal weight. It's a very weakly struck batch of 1945S. Some of them are weak and some of them are not. Yes, I can track the credits now. Basically, I've got a spreadsheet that I put your name in for any credits that you get. And when you spend those credits, I annotate those credits and subtract them from your total. You don't necessarily have to spend all of your credits at one time. You can spend part of your credits here, part of them there. But yes, I am tracking the credits I'm giving to people at this point. It's a beautiful 1945S there. Really nice looking toning on this one. That... interesting looking reverse there. Not going to call it a double die because I just don't see enough evidence of such. That's a nice looking coin, Mark. Got yourself a party one. Here's number 35. Number 35 goes to Penny Hoarder. And Penny Hoarder, I believe this is an S Mint. Yep. Nothing on that one. Now number 36. Oh, Deanne's name is upside down. Flip it around here. There we go. That was my fault. Let's see. A nice little S Mint there. Double eyelid. Boom, 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 double eyelid. Couple of little spots on this one. But it's one of the doubled eyelids. I don't know if we have that die listed yet or not. It's definitely going to turn out to be a double die. Number 37, Parvis. Jeez. Nope. Big nope. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Sorry, Parvis. But we're going to get you credit on this one. So, any of you who see a D-Mint coin with your name, those coins are going to be free. They're going to come to you anyway, but you're going to get a credit to use to buy into something else. Because the actual S Mint coins in this roll have come out pretty nicely. A lot of nice color. Very few spots. Relatively nice condition. Some woodies, some toners. Just all together pretty nice compared to the D-Mints that have come out of here, which are really just kind of horrible. There's another S mint for Eric. Pretty. Another RPM. A nice RPM there. Look at that. See that extra curve coming out of the right-hand side of the mint mark? I get it in the light just right. And it will show itself. There it is. And a double die obverse. Minor double die, but it is one. A little bit of extra thickness. You can see how much thicker the tail of the 9 is than it should be. That'll give you your first sign. And then you look at Liberty. When you look at Liberty, the outside edges of the letters here are a little bit concave. Concavity there. Concave. And that's because the bottom edges were pulled like taffy. It's a nice sign that you have a Class 6 double die. It's minor, but it's there. And this one's for Eric. And nothing on the reverse. I've not found anything on the reverses on any of these coins, just the obverse. But still, they're nice nonetheless. Alright, let's move on. Coin number 40, Malcolm. Oh. D-mint. Okay. Number 41. This one's going to be beautiful. I can see it already. Steven. 1945S, and a nice one. Oh, is that what the one is with the RPM? 45S Windio 6, or is that the eyelid? This one looks like it could be an RPM. The eyelid, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking a possible RPM here with an east doubling on the upper serif. It could be. Or maybe that's just a shadow running across the front of the serif there. I think that's probably more what this is. Yeah, I'm going to back out on the whole RPM idea on this one. I just don't think so. But man, we got a pretty looking toner here. Am I right? Am I right or am I right? Very pretty looking toner. Obverse and reverse. It's where when you guys ask about those toners, where do those toners come from? They come from rolls just like this. Yeah, some really pretty toners I found in rolls before. That's for Steven. Now number 42 goes to Marshall. Another S-Mint coin, pretty one. Pretty toning on this one. Don't have any dye varieties, but it is a nice toner. Now number 43, Penny Hoarder. I think we're back on a D-mint here. Nope, it's another S. Yeah, it's not a nice coin. Not a nice one. Penny Hoarder, I'll get you back on that one. Malcolm. Another D-mint. Man, Malcolm, you are hitting some bad luck today. But that's okay. Get it back, can use it some other time. 45, Taco John. I think this is another S-mint. Yep. Pretty coin. Another double die lid. Is that a double die lid? Yeah, it's a double die lid. One of our double die lid. Carl says that looks like it's DO number 6. Which I have no reason to doubt that. Probably is. Double die obverse. Number 6. Nothing on the reverse on this one. Number 46 now. Crispy. It's a D-mint. Yeah, and this one's cleaned on top of that. It actually has circulation wear on it. And then it was cleaned. So, Crispy, this one's free. I've got some rather achish coins here, unfortunately. Paul? See what Paul gets. Looks like it's going to be a D-mint, but it appears to be a relatively clean-looking one. Nice one. It's a pretty coin. But because it's not an S-mint, it's going to come free. Number 48, Farm Dog. Another D-mint. Yeah. It's not a real pretty batch of coins there for the D-mints. Where'd it go? Ugh. So disgusted. Nothing. Number 49 now. 49 goes to Carl. It's another D-mint. And this one, the outside of the 5 and that shadow doubling it has on the outside of the 5, that's part of die wear. It's the exact same thing that happened in 1955 to create what we know as the poor man's double die. It is not a double die at all, it's just die wear. But this goes to prove to you that it did not only happen on the 1955s. And another freebie for Carl there. Now last and final coin in the roll. Number 50 for Jeff Dunn is a D-mint. So I had 50 coins in the roll. And probably almost half the roll was a waste of effort. A spotty D-mint roll. Did you get 3 for 3, Carl? Oh my gosh. Well, you'll get 3 for 3 back. So, my apologies to everyone who ended up with having to take the garbage out on this roll. You will get credit. So, my die varieties number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 die varieties in here, all of them S-mint. And as for the D-mint coins, we'll be giving a credit on those. How about give me until the top of the hour, grab a quick snack, get my blood sugar back up, and then we'll get on to the 1943 D roll I have here. Should be a nice roll. I'm thinking it'll be a nice roll. Yeah, these coins look nice. So we're going to get on to that as soon as I can get myself a tiny bit of nourishment. About 15 minutes, I'll be back. I appreciate it, and I will see you then.